Glad November by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Good old month November is, full of pep and whir and whiz. Something in the morning air sort of dissipates your care. Makes you feel that you could spill all the hopes of Kaiser Bill, Caesar and Napoleon, all of them rolled into one. Something in the glistening skies lends its brilliance to your eyes, and you run your way along, with a heart chock full of song. Best of all, its symbol, Nov, makes a bully rhyme for love. Life seems truly worth the living in this month of our Thanksgiving. November 1st. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Small Potato by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. The smallest tater in the hill, in spite of that's a tater still, and has a tater's work to do, mashed, lyonnaise, or in a stew. And that's the thought I think to cheer the host of little fellows here, and helps them do the best they can, each one to prove himself a man. November 2nd. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Transferred Roses by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. The autumn chill may drive the rose to exile from the garden close, yet are the roses far from dead, they bloom on human cheeks instead. November 3rd. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Lands of Promise by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Sunrise Land is fair and sweet, lending vigor to our feet, offering gifts of light and cheer to the doughty cavalier. Sunset Land is soft and kind in the glowing golden west, luring heart and soul and mind to the dreamy vales of rest. November 4th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Explorer by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. I went exploring yesterday, not in the Arctic Sea, nor other places far away, but in the soul of me. And oh, the things discovered there, not ever guessed before. Things possible to do and dare, a rich uncovered store. I found no marveled stretch of earth, but things of majesty, and full of splendor in its worth, the man that I might be. November 5th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Whimsical Philosopher by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. While knowledge giveth wings, I'd hate to know all things, and live my life all through with nothing ever new that I could try to learn, and meet at every turn the same old facts that I had known in years gone by, and self become a gray old cyclopediae. November 6th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Cooperation by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. The universe and I must work together, however bleak or pleasant be the weather. And though it's rather large and I am small, that does not change the simple fact at all, that in our own respective sphere and line it has its job and I likewise have mine. As long as it provides heat, air and light, I'll do my stint with all my main and might. November 7th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Morning, Noon and Night by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Morn is the time for stating creeds, which noon shall prove with faithful deeds, that, when the sands of day are run, and all their duties duly done, the night may come with well-earned rest, to clasp the weary to her breast, and up through dreamland lead the way into another fruitful day. November 8th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Unimpaired by John Kendrick Banks, read for LibriVox.org by phone. I'm not as young as once I was some 50 years ago. My step is somewhat halting and my hair is white as snow. But deep down in the heart of me I find a stock of cheer, as joyous and as full as in the days of yesteryear. Earth's just as lovely to my sight as when mine eyes were young, and music to my ears as sweet as when songs first were sung. The sky's as blue, the stars as bright as e'er they were before, and faith and hope are stronger for the roads I've traveled o'er. November 9th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. To the Unknown Friend by John Kendrick Banks, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Because I've never seen you eye to eye, because unknown we've passed each other by, because our paths have never chanced to meet, in country lane or busy city street. No reason is that you and I can't be firm friends in full and living sympathy. If in the selfsame channels of the soul our hearts together seek the selfsame goal. So, friend unknown, here's health and joy to you, and to the friendship fair betwixt us two. November 10th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Thorns and Roses by John Kendrick Banks, read for LibriVox.org by phone. A thorn had I that pierced my side, a thorn whose hurt ran deep, whose pain brought suffering to flesh and pride, and made my days seem dark and vain. Yet when its hurt ran deepest, then, amid the pressure of its woes, down in the hearts of fellow men, I sought and truly found the rose. The rose of human sympathy, the rose of loving heed and care. And now, whatever thorns there be, I know the roses too are there. November 11th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The School of Life by John Kendrick Banks, read for LibriVox.org by phone. A chap I knew, he was no fool, rejoiced that he was through with school, and seemed perplexed because I said, if that were true he must be dead. He did not know that every day we walk on our appointed way, in joy or woe, in peace or strife, we're in the splendid school of life, and learning fine things by the score we never even dreamed before. And what is more, despite our brass, we're only in the infant class. November 12th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Up by John Kendrick Banks, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Up in the morn to greet the day, up to labor and up to play. Up with a heart all full of song, just keep upping it all day long. November 13th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Better Plan by John Kendrick Banks, read for LibriVox.org by phone. To be an angel here is very well, I guess, and many folks, 'tis clear, to that achievement press. But as for me, I deem it far a better plan, a more important scheme, to try to be a man. If I can be the kind of man I really might, I've not a doubt I'll find my angelhood's all right. November 14th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Mother Earth by John Kendrick Banks, read for LibriVox.org by phone. The earth is old with countless years, she's old in joy and old in tears. None can compute the wondrous store of hours that comprise the score. And yet for all of that she goes through summer suns and winter snows, as ardently and fresh and sweet as though no age had dogged her feet. Fruitful and smiling and serene, she runs along all fresh and green, and gives us life and gives us rest, and clasps us close unto her breast, and bids us manful wise to win the precious gifts that lie within. Dear Mother Earth, for all thy good, I think on thee in gratitude. November 15th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Imaginary Trouble by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Oh, the tolls that I have paid, tolls of worry and of care, over bridges never made, bridges dark that never were, crossing streams unreal that lie in the gloom of unborn days, streams ne'er seen by mortal eye, bordering untrodden ways. That's the poorest kind of tax, bearing useless loads of fear on already burdened backs at the present cost of cheer, running up appalling bills paid in worry and distress for imaginary ills that were sheerest foolishness. November 16th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Reversible Heart by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. In times of my adversity, a heart of steel I'll hold, to meet the things confronting me, undaunted and as valiantly as any warrior bold. But when some other in despair comes begging and besieging there, may it be pliant to his stress and full of smiling tenderness and loving heed and care. November 17th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Head and Heart by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. What's in my head my tongue may say, what's in my heart my eyes betray. When tongue and eyes do not agree and fail to stand in unity, the man who's wise will trust the eyes. November 18th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. In Defeat by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. When by some evil tricked, your strength runs under par, just don't admit you're licked until you really are. And even then, get up and fight again. November 19th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Truer Joy by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Could I return to youth I would not try, though fair indeed I hold the days now gone, for that would be a turning back and I hold fairer still the joy of going on. November 20th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Symbol by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. The hurdy-gurdy man to me is symbol true of cheer, however flat his nose may be unto the tutored ear. For day by day he grinds away the hours short or long, his work a bit of tuneful play, his daily grind a song. November 21st. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Out of the Depths by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. The kingly pomp of Charlemagne has gone nor will return again. The lives of martyrs on the cross spelled golden gain where all seemed loss. When woe hath claimed thee for her own and bound thee helpless to her throne, yield not to envy of great kings, renowned for warlike conquerings. Their glory dies in one brief hour, their pain may make for lasting power. November 22nd. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Daily Harvest by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. My friend of yesterday I keep, mine enemy I cast away. All things of joy I fondly reap, to beckoning woe I answer nay. No use to me are bygone cares, I hoard alone remembrance sweet, and with back turned unto the tares I start my day with garnered wheat. November 23rd. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Joy of Hoping by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Throughout my days I've hoped for much I've not been able yet to touch. I've had ambitions truly high and found fulfillment passing by. And while I've seldom realized the goals that I've so dearly prized, I've found a deal of joyous pelf in hope itself. November 24th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Puzzles by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. I like to take the old mischance, the mind-disturbing circumstance, and treat it as a puzzle I must solve before I pass it by. Hard riddles and deep rebuses, used in my childish days to please, and still I take a meed of joy in solving puzzles that annoy, and finding out the answer to perplexities that rise in view, and oh, the bliss, the sheer delight that comes when I've the answer right. November 25th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Thanksgiving by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. For all the glorious sons of earth, with souls of purest golden worth, who've rendered up their all that we may dwell secure in liberty, our thanks arise. For all the treasures of the heart, revealed amid the sting and smart Of strife and pain the world o'ercast, the love, the sympathy so vast, the sacrifice. For willingness of man to yield his life and happiness to shield The helpless from the brutal hand, and of all tyrants free the land, in hymns of praise. To him who sits enthroned above, the God of righteousness and love, in measure swelling, glorious, our glad thanksgiving songs let us, our voices raise. November 26th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Action by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. Dreaming things, scheming things, setting things a-going, planning things, spanning things, plowing things and sowing, brewing things, doing things, taking things and giving. That's the way to make the day truly worth the living. November 27th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Preference by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. To write a great romance, I'm sure, would give me happiness secure, and fill my soul with pride that I had reached at last a goal so high. And yet when thinking love tales o'er, with all their golden blissful store, no matter how their joys delight one, I'd truly rather live than write one. November 28th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Wisdom of the Moth by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org by phone. 'Tis said, the moth the star desires, and yet I note the scamp, despite ambition's inner fires, takes pleasure in the lamp, and doing thus, it seems to me, gives us suggestions wise, to rest content with earth if we can't hope to win the skies. November 29th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Thing That Counts by John Kendrick Bangs, read for LibriVox.org/phone. Why vex your mind with worry sore On what tomorrow holds in store? If it be joy or dull regret, Remember well, it is not yet. Why worry over yesterday And all its stock of trials gray? Whate'er the burden of its pain, 'Tis gone, and can't return again. Think on today, the present hour, If it be sunny, sweet or dour. The thing that really counts is how We meet the everlasting Now. November 30th. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. End of The Cheery Way, A Bit of Verse for Every Day, November, by John Kendrick Bangs.